Hi you guys, this is Diana, or D in Pink. Today's video is going to be about me explaining and just really talking about the decision that I made to post about my VSG surgery on Facebook. As I mentioned in previous videos, when I told my mom, or I told my sister, or I told my family and those close friends of mine, I just came out with it. I just told them because I did want a good support system around me. But in more specific, like when I told my mom, in the Latin culture, we kind of, even as adults, we sometimes find ourselves asking our parents for permission, and I know that that's one thing that when I told my mom, I made very clear. I told her, Mom, I'm not asking you for permission. I'm just letting you know what choices I'm making. Same thing when I told my older sister, and when I told like my little sister, it was just like, I'm not asking for your opinion. I'm not asking for your thoughts or anything like that. I would love your support through it, but really I'm just letting you know, type of thing. I had originally decided that I was going to post it on Facebook like the week after surgery or something like that, but I just didn't have the energy to type or anything like that. I was going to do it the second week after surgery, and I typed it up and I read it to my mom, and we had a discussion, I'm gonna call it a discussion, about her thoughts. And again, I told her, Mom, I'm not asking you for permission. I'm just letting you know, just because we have a lot of family who's on Facebook, and I was just letting her know in case family members called her or anything like that. I just wanted to make her aware. Her reaction, I guess it didn't really surprise me that much, but I was kind of taken aback from it just a little bit. When I told her, I read her the post, what I was planning on posting, and her response was, why don't I wait a little bit? Why don't I wait a little bit to where I'm feeling better, and the feeling better I understood, but when she said, when you look better, she's like, you can go out and take some pictures, showing everyone how much you've changed and how nice you look now. Actually, this conversation was in Spanish, and she was like, para que te vean, so they can see que bonita te ves, how pretty you look. And of course, I've had plenty of experience, more than 20 plus years of experience of being on the defensive when it comes to my weight. I am the only overweight person in my family, so no one gets it. No one in my family really gets how hard it was for me, and still continues to be hard for me to lose weight. And the positive body image that I have now of myself is not the body image that I had when I was younger. And that came with time. So when I heard her say that, it just took me to a very negative place in my head, and I was like, Mom, and I took out my cell phone and I was just showing her like selfie pictures. I'm like, I have tons of pictures in my phone right now where I look beautiful. I was like, I look beautiful right now. I don't need to wait, to lose weight to look pretty, to look beautiful. And I was like, and then I told her, I was like, it makes me sad that no matter what anybody else says, you will never see me as beautiful, as pretty, until I lose weight. And she was like, no, Diana, that's not what I mean. And I get where she's coming from, don't get me wrong. My mom, I love her to death, but she just doesn't have much tact at all. She and I've learned that through the years, and I've kind of developed a thicker skin whenever she says something like that. But it did hurt me, because I always tried my best to look my best. No matter what size I am, I always tried to have, just to carry myself in a good way to where I feel how I feel on the inside is projected on the outside, because I guess like one of my fears is for people just to see me as an overweight person, as a slob, all those negative connotations that most people attribute to people who are overweight. So I've always tried to go out of my way. So to hear my mom saying, just wait until you can take a better picture of yourself, I mean, that floored me. And I guess she understood that, and then she was just like, I mean, Diana, just wait until you have more energy and you can go out and you can do things. And as with most people, whatever your mom tells you kind of sticks with you. And I waited another week. So actually, this past Monday, on my 3 weeks since surgery, I posted it on Facebook. And I posted it later in the afternoon on Monday. I had been apprehensive of posting it. It was funny because at first I was very gung-ho. I want to post it now. And then when it came down to, okay, I'm going to post it now, it like, I was like, it was kind of like, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to put myself out there? But I did, because one of the things, the biggest reason is because I wanted to be true to myself. I am not ashamed of this, of having weight loss surgery. It was something that I had to do for myself, to help myself. I mentioned this in another video. Alcoholics, they go to AA. Smokers, they do the patch, they do the gum. They find a tool that they need to help them with their sickness, to help them with their addiction. So to me, weight loss surgery was a tool that I could have to deal with my addiction of food, to deal with me trying to be a healthier person, with me trying to have a longer, fuller life. I'm not going to say it had nothing to do with size, because yes, we all have a little bit of vanity in us, and yes, I would love to be less heavy. I'm not going to say skinny, because I don't think I'll ever, be skinny. And even if I do end up losing weight, I'm still going to have, skin, and even if I get, plastic surgery, I'm still going to have scars. I'm never going to be, perfect. And that's not what I want. I don't want perfection. I just want to feel beautiful in my own skin. And like I said, I still feel beautiful right now as it is. And I felt beautiful when I was at my heaviest. At my heaviest, I was in college. And I felt beautiful in college. I surely got the numbers, and I got the free drinks to prove that, that I could work it, type of thing. But that's not it. I got this surgery because I want a longer, fuller life. I don't want to keep having obstacles in my life, and for me to be the contributor of those obstacles, or the choices that I make to be the contributor to my obstacles. So now what I'll do is I'm going to read to you more or less, because I'm going to leave out some information, like the district that I work in and stuff like that. But this is pretty much what I posted, and I'm going to read it to you guys. So I posted, what a year it's been, and we're only 6 months in. So far this year has brought me many blessings, both personal and professional. Professionally, I was chosen to represent my district as Bilingual Teacher of the Year. I've been given the privilege to be part of Rice University's ELA program aimed at literacy in early childhood. And I got to work with a fantastic team at my school. I changed schools. This was the first year that I at the school I'm currently working. Personally, I have worked to achieve dreams and goals, which have including putting myself first, not backing out of difficult situations, and realizing when I need help, and not being afraid to ask for it when I need it. On Monday, May 23rd, I took the first step of really putting myself first, putting my fears aside, and getting the help that I've needed for many years. 3 weeks ago, I underwent weight loss surgery. And I got vertical sleeve gastrectomy, or VSG. I'm sharing this very personal choice with you all to demystify the negative stigma related to weight loss surgery, and to help/support anyone who might be thinking of weight loss surgery. For those who care, my recovery is going well, and I couldn't be more excited of the road ahead. With much love, Diana. And then I put, if you want any additional information on weight loss surgery or my recovery, please don't hesitate to ask. So that's what I posted this past Monday. And after I posted it, I felt so free. I really didn't care about what type of replies, comments I would get, because that was one of my mom's things, that she was like, what about if, people are going to talk, people are going to say things, you're not, you shouldn't expose yourself to any negative feedback. And I told her, I'm like, Mom, when I was to me, it's like the most negative feedback that I could ever get was when I was at my heaviest, when I was 300 plus, when I was, 280, that was the biggest, when people could say something of me, some people could say something negative, and they did. I mean, I know they didn't mean it, family members, they didn't mean it to be rude or anything, but whenever my mom would be talking about my sister, my older sister and I, or even my younger sister, they would always ask, ¿Cuál? La gorda o la flaca? Which translates to which one? The fat one or the skinny one? So, I mean, and they would say that to my face sometimes. Oh, no, I wasn't, or they'd be like, they would mix up our names, and we're like, oh no, I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to la gorda, which is the fat one. And so to me, it's like, okay, what else can you say? What else can they say that's going to be more negative or hurtful than calling someone by the fat one? I mean, are you kidding me? And I told her, it's like, at this point, they can say whatever the hell they want, because I'm 34. Okay, so by Latino culture, I'm already past my prime. So they're already thinking, who knows what about me, she can't find a man, what, she has no kids, what type of lifestyle is she living, as in, am I a lesbian or not? Is she just going to be like a crazy cat lady? It's because of her weight, that's why she can't get a man. And it's like, or more than it, or why can't she just have kids? And it's like, no judgment on any of these things that I just said, because I'm very much, love is love, and my mom raised me as a single mom. My sister is raising her 2 kids as a single mom, so no judgment there. But to me personally, I don't want to have kids and raise them as a single mom. It's like, that's too much work. I saw how much work my mom had to do. I saw how much work my sister's having to do, and it's like, and I couldn't do that, and I've gone in a very nice way discussion with people in my family, saying, when it's my time, it'll be my time, and it's going to be with a good man or with no man. If there's a saying in Spanish, it says, mejor sola que mal acompañada, which is I'd rather be alone than with bad company. And that's always been my theory, my thought on that. It's like, I'm not just going to get with a guy to say, I got a guy, I got a ring, yay me. It's like, and just because I'm overweight doesn't mean that I'm going to get with some asshole, some loser guy. It's like, I know where I stand. I know my self-worth. I know what I have to offer, and I'm not going to settle. I didn't settle when I was heavier. I'm not settling now, and I'm not going to settle in the future. It's like, I know my self-worth, and I went on 5 different tangents. I apologize. I was going with something. I was saying, okay, the negative things that people could say. Back to the topic at hand. So I told her, it's like, what else can they say that's going to hurt me? That I took the easy way out, that I just didn't try hard enough. I told her, I was like, I've already gone through that. I've already self-talked myself through all of those, because before I got to having the surgery, I thought those things. I thought surgery is the easy way out. I thought I just need to work harder. I just need to stick with it. I thought all those things, and I have already overcome those things. So if people's ignorance or the negative stigma that's out there is going to let them think that, let them, because my self-worth is not in my size, and it never has been. So now surely my self-worth is not going to be attached to a surgery. especially when it's, like I said, something that I did to help myself out. So I told her this, and I can honestly say that every single comment that I got was positive, was encouraging. They brought tears to my eyes. I mean, they were great, and then some people didn't comment, some people didn't like, and you know what, I really don't care, because at the end of the day, the other reason why I posted it was because I didn't want to have to explain myself each and every time I ran into these people, around teachers that I'm friends with on Facebook. Can you imagine how many, like we had to do trainings, like during the summer, we had to do trainings in the fall, we had to do trainings all year round. So at one point or another, I was going to run into people and have to have I either lie to them, and in lying to them, lying about myself, and to me, like I said before, it's like being shameful of my decision when I'm not. It's just having to do that every single time I ran into somebody different. And no, I could have just said, oh yeah, I'm working out and eating right, which is part of this process. If you do not work out and eat correctly, you will lose some weight, but not the maximum amount of weight that you could. That's not the reason why I did the surgery. It's like before the surgery, I tried to eat right and I did exercise, not on that thing again, but I did walk, I did exercise, I did water aerobics, I did water Zumba, I did strengthening exercises. So I did all that before, and it wasn't enough, but now I have the tool that's going to help me. And just having to explain or anything like that. And I do know that there's people that I'm friends with or acquaintances with that I'm not friends with on Facebook, and there might be a time where, they'll come out and ask me, hey, what are you doing? And you know what, and I'll tell them at that point. But the way I see it, the way that, gossip likes to spread, I know that they'll know before I even tell them, just because they're a friend of a friend of a friend, and that friend told them. And hey, me becoming gossip, and me, them, telling someone about my surgery, that lessens the amount of people that will come up to me or might ask later on. So, overall, honestly, it's been great, just being free and not having that fear of somebody asking me. Like I said, I felt free, that freedom, and that freedom of just coming out and just telling, it was great. I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's not hanging over my shoulder. I'm not worried of who I'm going to run into and what I'm going to tell them and any of that. I don't have to worry about it, and it feels great because I'm being true to myself. I'm being true to my choices, to the decisions that I've made, and I feel great about it. Now, am I saying, I'm reading my notes, you guys. I always write notes because, as you guys can have noticed, even in this one video, I talk in circles and, here and there and everywhere. By no means am I telling you, hey, go out and post it, and, if you don't, you're not being true to yourself, or if you don't, you're just lying, or if you don't. No, you need to do what feels right for you. If you want to hold it back because you are afraid, then you need to hold back until you are ready, to hear the positive and hear the negative. You need to be ready to accept what comes your way, and it might not always be good. And that's just a part of it, but that's a part of everything. That's a part of, you got a new boyfriend that not everybody likes, or, you got pregnant and you're not, with someone, or, you quit your job and you don't have, a backup plan, or you're moving into your parents' house, or whatever it is. People are always going to judge. There's no way we can get around that. That's just in human nature, unfortunately, to judge. So, put that aside and just think about what you want for you and what's going to make you happy and what's going to make you feel better about yourself and about the life that you're living and the choices that you're making. But yeah, that's pretty much what, you know, I've gone through every single one of my notes. But just be true to yourself, you know, and just do what feels right. For me, it felt right to be open and honest, because that's just how I live my life, of being open and honest with those around me, and just putting myself out there, because and the other, you know, just it ties into me doing these YouTube videos. Why am I doing these YouTube videos? Yeah, you know, it does serve a selfish need type of thing, because I'm able to document it and it's cathartic and I get to express myself, and it's very psychologically positive and blah 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 blah. But all that aside, I'm doing these videos to help anyone out there. I watched so many videos before my surgery, and I'm continuing to watch them. But before my surgery, I mean, I think I would wake up and watch a video while I was getting ready in the morning, while I was getting my breakfast ready, on my way to work, sometimes during my lunch break, sometimes during my planning time. You know, when I would come home, before I go to bed, I'd watch videos. I mean, it was just video after video after video, and they helped me so much with so many different things that you can't think of before surgery. Questions you might have, issues that might come up. So that's another thing. If I could help anyone make a better decision, you know, or just you watching the video, be like, oh, I'm going through that too, or oh, I have that to look forward to, or you know, or anything like that, or even like I said when I put it on my Facebook post, if you are thinking of having weight loss surgery, if you know someone who might want weight loss surgery, I have many friends from college and even teachers, and I think I mentioned this before, who are overweight, who I think, I shouldn't, you know, this is a whole judging thing, but I think they would benefit from weight loss surgery, because they are beautiful and wonderful individuals, and I think that weight loss surgery will help them live a longer life, you know. So that was another reason why I posted it, because if they're anything like me who thought it was, you know, the easy way out, or I don't know anyone who's done it, well, now they do. Now they have someone who they can go to, or just have a reference point, or anything like that. Well, I'm looking at the time. It's already at 23 minutes, and I don't want to make it any longer than it has to be. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video and all my videos, and for all your support and love, you guys. I appreciate very much. And tomorrow I'll be making my 1-month video. So have a good afternoon, morning, whatever time you're watching this. Have a great day, guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.